joining us right now, fresh off of winning on Thursday Night Football, fresh off of taking care of business for the Seattle Seahawks. Friend of the program, Jamal Adams. How are you, sir?
My guy. How you doing, man?
I am better for talking to you. How is life for you, Jamal, in the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, man, it's very mellow, very chill. I can tell you that. Life is great out here, man. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely something different. I've never experienced in my life. Being from Dallas and obviously, being in New York, everything was fast paced. No sleep, a little bit of everything out there. So I'm enjoying it, man. I'm loving this team. I'm loving this organization, and we had a big win last night, and man, we needed it. We needed it because it gave us our confidence back, man.
So the confidence because of the 2 losses in a row, is that what you're referring to? That you needed that win because of that?
Mainly I speak for the defense, man. I think the defense, we played our best game. I think we played our best overall game since the Atlanta game, should I say, and that was the first game of the season. But everybody, this defense is everybody's new, right? And everybody's trying to figure out who can do what, communication-wise, and who can make the plays, who can do this, who can do that. So we're all gelling together, man, and it took some time. And I thought last night we came out and we executed. We had it on our mind throughout the week, and obviously just wanted to come out and put on a show, and we did a hell of a job, man.
I had Bobby Wagner on the show a few weeks ago. He's going to have a jacket one day for Canton. And,
absolutely.
Absolutely. But you could sense a little bit in his voice, because I've spoken to him before, that the defense is just not what he's used to in terms of the production, in terms of the shutdown ability. And last night looked as close to a Seattle Seahawks defense as before. So how do you work with Bobby? How have you been hand in glove with the guy right at the center from Seattle, Jamal?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's like you said, he's a hell of a player. But not only that, he's a hell of a person. And he's a guy that comes to work. He has the same attitude each and every day, and he comes in there and he works his tail off. He's always giving out information, trying to help other guys around him. And I love playing with him. He feeds off of me just as much as I feed off of him. We're like I said a little while back. It's like Batman and Robin, man. So anytime we are blitzing together, that's something that we get happy about when our numbers are called at the same time, and we just try to perform at a high level.
And in terms of the staff there, Jamal. The first colleague of mine at NFL Network, when we started in 2003, my analyst on every single show is Ken Norton Jr. Kenny was I'm going way back, way back, like 17 years.
Coach Nort, yeah.
And
that's cool, man. Small world.
Exactly. And interestingly enough, Pete Carroll came on as the USC coach one day and asked Ken Norton to stroll out to the parking lot with him. And sure enough, he hired him, literally like later on that week, and they've kind of been attached at the hip. How has this staff welcomed you, Jamal, to keep you as comfortable as possible, to let you do what you do in this defense?
Right. Yeah, man, they're doing an outstanding job. Obviously, they're still trying to figure out me just as much as I'm still trying to figure out the defense and everything, right? Me missing 4 games. That kind of put me behind the 8 ball, and then obviously been dealing with injuries and whatnot. But we're putting it together, man. We're figuring it out as a team, and they're not pressing me to do something that I'm not supposed to do. They're not asking me to do all of this. They're not putting pressure on me, man. So, and I'm not putting pressure on myself. Obviously, like I said, I've been coming down with these injuries and been playing through it, but it's just setting up for the future. It's setting it up for the playoffs down the road. And when we all put it together, it's coming along. Like I said, last night we showcased that. And when it really, really comes all along, we get everybody back healthy. It's going to be special, man.
Now, when you say they don't put pressure on, it's just like when you freelance, when you do your thing, when you do your Jamal Adams thing, which sometimes, is outside of the box, literally, figuratively.
Right.
They don't say anything to you, and they just let you go. I mean, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, Pete's all about, he comes to me all the time and he says, just go, make the play. You know what I mean? Just go make the play. But, obviously, like I said, man, this shoulder injury, kind of slowed me down a little bit. I only had 72 hours a quick turnaround just to, fight through the pain and, figure it out. But at the end of the day, man, it's coming along. I'm not worried about, what everybody's saying outside. I hear about it from my boys back home of what people say. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just going to continue to do my job, continue to do what they ask me to do, and continue to learn, man. That's all I can do. Obviously, this is my first year into the defense, and been battling a couple things, but we'll be fine, man. I'm not worried. I'm happy about the win last night. It was a big one. We took back, our belt in the NFC. So that's important, man. That's our number one goal, and that's what we're focused on.
Jamal Adams, Pro Bowl safety of the Seattle Seahawks, fresh off of a big Thursday night football win right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, Jamal, you remember the last time we saw each other, right? You remember that?
Yes, sir.
In South Florida, Super Bowl week, right?
Yep.
Do you remember what I said to you? Do you remember what I said to you, Jamal, that night? Do you remember what I said to you?
You did. I remember. I remember, man. It just happened so fast, man.
No, it's okay. Look, again, just to remind everybody, it's a quarterback phrase. It's a quarterback phrase called "check with me," right?
Yep.
I asked you. I sensed what was going on. I knew it. I said that you were not allowed to leave the Jets without checking with me, and you didn't check with me, Jamal. You didn't check with me.
Man, I apologize.
It seems that everything's working out for you. But I do want to ask you about this question, this statement that you made to a podcast, All Things Covered.
Yeah.
You said you fought depression in New York, Jamal.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I definitely did, man. That's something that I came out and I said, and not too many people understood that. Not too many people really seen that, because I smile so much and I have so much energy, and I'm always, kind of hiding behind a mirror, should I say. Yeah, man, I did. I went through it. I fought it. Nothing suicidal, but it was more so just everything was a dark place out there. I had to sometimes go to work, and just to go to work and be, focused and be positive around my teammates. I had to walk into the building with headphones on just to blast music and, positive tunes, had to listen to podcasts and do certain things just to get my mind right. But I was still in a dark place, man, just losing so much. And it was taking a toll on on not only myself, but it was taking a toll on my life outside of football. As far as, my family, my relationships and whatnot, my faith with the man upstairs. And it was taking a toll on me, man. It was tough. I was fighting through it. But like I said, man, it got to the point to where I couldn't do it anymore. I tried everything in my power to change that organization. And like I said, man, I wish them nothing but the best. I have no hate towards anybody, in that organization. I still pull for them. Believe it or not, I'm always watching, and I still pull for my guys over there, man. And man, it just wasn't the place for me. You know what I mean? And I wanted it to be as bad as I wanted to, figure it out. I couldn't do it by myself, and I fought it, man. I really did. I really did. And to the great fans like yourself, a fan of mine, I appreciate you because it was something that I didn't want to talk about. I never wanted to come out and tell the world about that, but I really did fight depression out there. But like I said, man, I wish them nothing but the best. And we'll see them in about 3 weeks.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
That's gonna be a fun one, man.
Well, because I've told this to you before, I might as well just reiterate it here as we're having this conversation. Jamal Adams on the Rich Eisen Show. So many Jets fans looked at you as the culture changer, that you were going to go into the locker room and tell everybody this is the way it needs to be done. You're the alpha. Right. You're the dog. Right. You're the guy that's going to go in there and change it. And it seemed like the culture was unchangeable to the point where you're even hearing members of the media tell Trevor Lawrence, if the Jets choose you, you shouldn't come. Would you? I know I'm going to put you on the spot here, but you're used to it. Yeah. Would you counsel Trevor Lawrence not to go to the Jets if they draft him, Jamal?
Well, I somebody asked me this not too long ago when it did come out.
Right.
I would say this. First off, if you're the number one pick, you have to take it. So it's just not. It wouldn't be smart for him to not, go as the number one pick. That's how I would look at it. It's going to be a tough situation, but I don't know, man. I don't want to say that it can't be turned around, but it has to be a lot of changes from top to bottom, and that's just what it is, man. They have a great fan base, even though they kill me on anything I do that's not, up to par. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, man, I talked to Beecham last night. Obviously, he plays with Arizona now, and one of my favorite teammates I ever played with, OG in the game, and just hearing guys that were a part of that organization while I was there, just saying how proud they are of me, of just sticking to my worth and speaking up and, believing in myself. And I am proud of myself, and I'll always be proud of myself. A lot of people didn't think a 24-year-old would bet on his career and move somewhere else and take on a challenge. And I go through a challenge each and every day. And I understand that, I was the guy over there. I once was the guy, because now I'm nobody to them right now, right? So, but it's still all love and respect. At the end of the day, I understand that fans are hurt with the Jets, and I get that. But I had to do what was best for myself and my family.
And I'll be honest with you, Jamal. I mean, not many safeties net what you netted the Jets in return. I mean, that's a testament to your talent in itself. And so you do wish them all the best, just not Week 14. That's for sure. I mean,
no, definitely not.
What does that calendar look like? Do you have a calendar with a date actually circled, Jamal, somewhere? Does that exist somewhere?
Hey, listen. I cannot wait for that game. That game's gonna be. Wow, it's gonna be special. But I tell you what, I'm not gonna make it bigger than what it is.
Right.
I know that the media is gonna try to, jab at me in every way, in every angle. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm not. Again, man, I'm really not worried about, what everybody's saying, the PFF ratings and all of this and that. Man, I just want to do whatever I can, whatever I can to help this team win and, just continue to get better, continue to learn the defense, and I'll be fine, man. These guys have my back over here, and I appreciate them more than they know. You know what I mean? And I have a great circle of brothers back home, a great family, great parents, brothers and sisters, nieces, nephews that support me, and that's all I really need. I'm not out here to try to prove anybody wrong. I'm always trying to prove myself right. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm about, man.
Hey, man, Jamal, PFF tweeted out you've got 17 total pressures, 5.5 sacks. Both lead the Seahawks right now, and you missed 4 weeks.
They tweeted that?
Yes, they did.
There's no way they tweeted something positive about me this year.
They just didn't at you. They didn't at Prez. They didn't do it.
Okay.
I saw it.
Yeah, I got off of Twitter, Rich. You know what I mean? I just got back on last night. I was off of Twitter for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, just to stay focused, man, because it's a lot of negative out there, But I'm glad they tweeted something positive about me, man. I salute them for that.
Yeah, both lead the Seahawks. Yeah, there you go. There's no doubt about that. And I guess last one for you, Russell. He's a special human.
Special.
Being around him, what's your first blush impression of him and being around him and seeing how he operates, Jamal?
Oh man, ultimate competitor. Russ and I talk, every day. He helps me in many ways. And I hope I help him in many ways as well.
How does he help you?
But we feed off each other.
How does he help you?
Just mentally, you know what I mean? Just on the mental side of, just if you do have a bad play or you do have a bad game, or you miss a few, opportunities, just keep going, just keep swinging. You know what I mean? It's more glory days down the road, and the storm, it won't last forever, right? And he took so much criticism over the past 2 or 3 weeks, about his turnovers, and he came to work each and every day, positive, fighting, still going to work, still being Russ. And then he goes out there and he proves who he is once again. And as long as you keep your mindset focused on the prize, you can't worry about the outside. You can't worry about what they say about you. If you just stay focused on the marathon, you'll be fine, man. And I always talk about it. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. The marathon continues. You know what I mean? No matter what you go through, no matter the ups and downs, the injuries, the losses, the lessons, whatever you go through in life, you got to keep going because the marathon continues, So I appreciate – I call him 3. I always call him 3. So I appreciate 3 more than anything because he's a special guy, and not only that, he's a special human.
Jamal, even though you didn't check with me, I'm still here for you.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's okay. No, it's all right.
You.
I was looking down at my phone.
When I come to New York, man, let's go grab some lunch, man. When the COVID ends, man, let's do that.
Let's do it.
It's on me.
I'm also down the coast in Los Angeles. Let's do it. If you're ever in
Okay.
LA, you reach out to me.
Absolutely.
I'm here. Check with me is all I'm saying. Even though you didn't.
I will check with you, brother.
I'm going to get over it, and I miss you, Jamal, and everybody does every single week, man, every week. But
no doubt, man. I appreciate you, brother, always.
Good to see you balling out. Thanks for the call. Get better in that mini buy. You be well.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Right back at you. That's Jamal Adams.
All right, buddy.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.